Well, people, it is December, and it will be a December to remember. The 11th of 2025, December 11th of 2025, I have 7:47, time to fly. 7:47 in the PM, I am French Shot Blue, and welcome again to the channel. And yes, Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Let us say praise God from whom all blessings flow. And remember, whatever you do, keep them prayers going up. That's right. So you can be covered in the blood. Ladies and gentlemen, I saw something happen yesterday. I'm like, you know what? I've got to deal with it today. Kamala Harris. Yes, you are familiar with her. And you know I have been talking about her for a very, very long time. She will be taking the stage again. Someone asked about it the other day. How can that happen? There's got to be chain of command. I get it. But when it comes down to this one world system, it's a new day, baby. If you just look around you, if you just look around you since 2020, things are done. They have changed everything, and it's going to change again. If you notice yesterday, Putin, yes, Putin, late last night and sometime today, whatever, he talked to Venezuela, Maduro. You heard me. The stage is being set. Putin and Maduro have talked, and Putin said he backed him. I said to you guys yesterday, no joke, I just don't be talking, but I watch this thing, I see how it materializes. You watch it too. Putin called Maduro of Venezuela right after Trump took over that tanker. And I said in that video that I brought to you last night, what does it profit a man? You gain the whole world, lose your soul. Well, the scripture talks about your soul. But in this realm, it talks about your soul, in terms of your soul, the soul of your friends, the soul of those that you care about, the souls which could be strange bedfellows. Who would have ever thought that Maduro and Putin, whoosh, straight up, that's the soul. So what happens is that people join. When they joined in that phone call, it was against us. And I've been saying in more and more videos this year, Trump is losing allies. He's losing potential friends. He's losing respect. He's off the chain, and it's not good for us. Tell me I'm wrong. Put in the chat. Tell me why I'm wrong. Tell me why I'm wrong. You can't. My grandmother used to sit in the rocking chair and say, you know what, son? A man is no island. Straight up. And I've been answering emails, telling people, responding, say, look, what right do we have to keep playing the world policeman? Think about what I'm saying. It's not something new that I came up with. This question has been asked by politicians and business people and common people like you and me on a daily basis. What right do we have to play the world police? What Maduro do over there, that's his business. What we do over here is our business. When was the last time you seen somebody come over to Washington, D.C. with a helicopter and land 10 to 15 men and women with weapons and take over things? Come on, man. Come on. But we watched American soldiers go in Venezuela, the chopper, seize a boat, oil carrier. What right do we have? That's why I told you, when you talk about this scenario of sequence of power, president, vice president, then Speaker of the House, there are no rules in this dynamic. That's what I'm seeing. I want you to see it. So Kamala Harris just gave us another, this time, baby, it's a big clue. She coming back. She's coming back. Just wait. I'm gonna show you. She coming back. Because Trump gonna go somewhere playing golf. All the havoc that he's created, he's not gonna be here to deal with it. She gonna have to deal with it temporarily. Then once she off the stage, Obama coming. That's how they setting it up. Boom, boom, boom. We're not gonna know what hit us. if we hear. But check it out.
Kamala Harris called herself a historic figure during a recent interview with the New York Times. In the interview titled "Kamala Harris Isn't Ready to Be Written Off," Harris said that she no longer feels burdened and is enjoying the freedom from what she calls the transactional constrictions of campaigning and asking people for a vote.
The former vice president continued, telling the outlet, quote, "I understand the focus on 28 and all that, but there will be a marble bust of me in Congress. I am a historic figure like any vice president of the United States ever was. Thousands of people are coming to hear my voice, thousands and thousands. Every place we've gone has been sold out."
Harris said she believed the country was ready for a female president, apparently disagreeing with former First Lady Michelle Obama on that matter.
Harris also praised Gavin Newsom somewhat and commented on his presidential prospects. She told the Times, quote, "He has to make that decision if he wants to. First, I think Gavin is very talented. I really do." She did go on from that quote to say that she thinks they have a lot of very talented people, so she wasn't fully on board the Newsom 2028 bus, but we shall see.
Somebody said this, somebody tweeted this, and it's very accurate, and I forget who said it, that she keeps saying she wants to speak, but she has nothing to say. It's just very vague, kind of. Well, yes, there will be a marble bust of her because she is quite literally a historic person, because there's been more vice presidents than there's been presidents, because they've switched the ticket. I don't know, there's been 60 or 70 vice presidents, something like that. Somebody can tell me the exact number. And she's one of them, and good for her, and she's the first one to be a woman. Good for her. Great, but what? So what? What does that matter? I don't know, like, what's she getting at? What does she want to do these interviews for? And if she feels freed from having to ask people for votes or having to be transactional, I understand.
What is she doing the videos for? What is she doing the interviews for? She's staying in the public eye. She's staying in the public eye. It's all strategy. The power's got a plan. And I want to get you to understand what you're looking at and start taking it to heart, because it won't be long. She's staying in the public eye, and she's continuing her book tour through 26.
Giving off full midlife crisis energy right now. She doesn't want to be remembered as the lady who blew $1.5 billion on a failed campaign. So she's running straight to the New York Times to remind everyone she's still here. Check out this headline. Kamala Harris isn't ready to be written off. She says this: "I understand the focus on 28 and all that, but there will be a marble bust of me in Congress. I am a historic figure like any vice president of the United States ever was." She also took a shot at Michelle Obama for saying the country's not ready for a woman president. Kamala said this: "I do
So repeat. What?
believe the country is ready." But I guess they weren't ready for her. Kamala is also rolling out fresh book tour dates for 2026, which means the tour will now last longer than her entire 170-day campaign.
We are fighting for something, and we are not going to do it in a way that we don't allow ourselves a moment to have a good laugh or sing a song or dance.
You should.
Now, I've been saying to you guys that in Egyptian, Kamala means lotus flower. It blossoms during the day. At night, it folds back up, goes back into the water. We are in the swamp. Do you hear me? They already told you what it was. They already told you what the goal was, to clear the swamp. Now the sun's going to rise. It's called the golden age. Now, do you follow me? Trump promised a golden age, but he's not going to be here. At least not in our face. He's going to be somewhere playing golf, like I told y'all. The golden age is coming. She's the one to revive it. She's the one to revive it. You see, because only a woman can give birth. Understand what I'm saying? Now, let me show you what I'm looking at in relation to what she said, okay? This, let me give you a sequence of photos. It's amazing how they speak. Now, this is from the New York Times, Tuesday, New York Times. See that? Tuesday. She had a sit-down interview, Tuesday, okay? New York Times, Tuesday. Now, Tuesday was the 12th. The 9th. Tuesday was the 9th. So 12/9/2025. And then you have what? October 20th, 2025. That's our birthday. The difference is 50, like 50 states. You see how that worked? December 9th, 2025, she gave the interview. October 20th, 2025 was her last birthday. The difference is 50. Like 50 states she's going to run. It's coming. Next you have January 20th, 2025. That's when Trump was inaugurated. January 20th, 2025. December 9th, 2025, she had her interview, the New York Times, right? The difference is 10/20. What is Kamala Harris' birthday? 10/20. See? I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna put it together. I'm just gonna make y'all mad to the point you're gonna let Pearson again, Kamala. Yes, because they're telling you. They're telling you she's coming. She's coming, y'all. December 9th, she just gave an interview. January 20th, Trump took over. The difference is her birthday. You can't make this stuff up, baby. October 20th, that's her birthday. Next, January 21st, 2019. That's when she first ran for president and lost against Joe. January 21st, 2019. That's when she first ran for president. So take January 21st, 2019, right there. From December 9th, Tuesday, 2025, the difference is 6 years and 322. 322 is skull and bones. Hello? She got the power behind her. Then it's like 1018, 6 years and 1018. Like Luke 1018, I saw Satan being hurled out of heaven. Or 46. Joe Biden was the 46th president. But remember, it was Gerald R. Ford who said October 18th of 1989, it will be not the usual or typical circumstance that we will get a female to be president. The former president will die. That's exactly what he said. I've showed you guys that video countless times. So when you see 46, Joe Biden was the 46th president. George Floyd, George Orwell, and JFK, they all died at 46. They use that number a lot. It's all scripted, baby. It's all scripted. Now you have September 18th, 1851. The New York Times was founded 9/18/1851. Let's get it. Take 9/18/2025 from December 11th, 2025. That's 84. That's Barack Obama. But I shouldn't have done that. Let me redo that. Go back into this puppy. Because it was the 9th she gave the interview, right? So we're going to redo that. Let's redo that right quick. Because we have 11 weeks, 5 days. Yeah, that spells election. So give me 1 second. We'll put this together. 9/18 verses 12:9. Let's see if there's anything in the 4. 64, that's Barack Obama. 6. Okay, we have two ways to look at this. We're going to go with this one here. We have the anniversary of the New York Times, 9/18/2025. 12/9/2025 is when she had her sit down with New York Times. The difference is 11/5. That's election day. Bingo. What else we got here? Let's go back. Okay. Next we have the first president, George Washington. He was elected February 4th, 1789. George Washington. February 4th, 2025, right there. February 4th, 2025. December 9th, 2025. She was interviewed, New York Times. The difference is 44 weeks. Who's the 44th president? Bingo. That's right. He's coming after her because he's Akhenaten, the modern day Akhenaten. Akhenaten was from Egypt. In my humble opinion, he looks just like Obama. He's coming back. She births all this. Now, Kamala Harris' book, 107 Days, right here, it came out September 23rd, 2025. Okay, let's look at that. September 23rd, 2025. December 9th, 2025, that's when she gave her interview. The difference is 222. That's the B system. That is the B system. It also comes out to 216. 216. August 4th is the 216th day of the year. August 4th is Barack Obama's birthday. And last but not least, what did they keep saying? Kamala Harris isn't ready to be written off, right? Let's play it, because I don't want you guys to miss this at all. This is historic.
Crisis energy right now. She doesn't want to be remembered as the lady who blew $1.5 billion on a failed campaign. So she's running straight to the New York Times to remind everyone she's still here. Check out this headline. Kamala Harris isn't ready to be written off. She says this: I understand the focus on 28 and all that.
Kamala Harris isn't ready to be written off. And everybody making jokes about her. Why she keep coming and being in the limelight? Because the powers know how to speak. They've been doing this for centuries, hiding their clues. But God gave me this precious gift of clues, codes, colors, the confirmation of time and conclusion. And it's right there in our face. Kamala Harris isn't ready to be written off. Comes out to 216. The 216th day of the year is August 4th. That's Barack Obama's birthday. I'm going to keep telling y'all. I know some folks is still in mystery because see, we and you know, it's a beautiful thing to have devotion for your country. I've had it since I was 16, 17 years old. I'll show you my pictures. Bicentennial. When we had our 200th anniversary, I decorated my room, red, white, and blue. I'm dedicated toward the country. And so with that, you're not ready to shake tradition. And tradition would be that you got to go through chain of command. It's got to be J.D. Vance next. Okay, well, maybe it will. But she's going to get in there again. Not through election, but through circumstance. Not through election. It's going to be through circumstance. And there's going to be some sacrificing. And there's going to be some turmoil. You're not going to get a golden age until you rock this house. It's going to be a serious storm, mentally and physically. God gonna allow this devil to shake up things. And we're gonna get a leader temporarily. It'll become Kamala. And then all these people that we pushed around over the decades, including the current ones like Venezuela and other countries, they're gonna look at this time and say, it's time to pounce. Do you understand how they're setting it up? They're setting it up. Putin called Maduro yesterday. As soon as we get to a point where we look weak, boom, it's coming. Which means there'll be some casualties. In order for that to happen, it's got to be in high places. I love the country. I love you guys. When God first revealed this to me when I was 17, I went in the corner, I cried. I never knew I'd be doing this, but I'm doing it. So I'm also letting you know that way before Christmas season, Christ came. God had the prophets write this, John 3:16. For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, that whomsoever believe in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. Especially for days like this. God bless you. Stay tuned. I'll keep watch. That's my job. We stay prayed up and we'll endure. God bless.